All right.
Sweet.
Mark?
Performance, take one, Mark. Mahogany is a global music brand. It predominantly connects established and emerging artists with a global audience.
And we've worked with amazing artists through the times. We look to find the new big talent, and it's always been a one-shot thing, and we've always tried to be the most cinematic thing on YouTube.
We had this idea to create a global campaign of not just being in one location, but in multiple territories. And we found there was a great alignment between us and OnePlus.
The opportunity to work with OnePlus was fantastic for us. They're making some of the best camera phones on the market, and their constant strive to kind of do better, to keep putting out the best products, is really commendable and seemed like a perfect partner for us. We wanted to focus on the tireless energy that emerging musicians that we work with have. They're always working on their craft, they're always writing, they're always rehearsing, and because of our global reach, we're able to work with musicians all around the world. This felt like a good place to start with OnePlus, because the never settle mentality really kind of sings to the musicians that we work with. Well, we wanted the sessions really to reflect that kind of global approach to the campaign, have a variety of locations from London to New York City to Amsterdam that were urban, and then we needed a number of locations that were more rural, so in southeast England, in Kent, to Tennessee and Georgia. That way it would really help us paint a picture of the scope of the campaign.
The first time we got the OnePlus 9 Pro on and actually got it, because it's really easy to connect it up to the monitor, so we got it straight in and put it into a big monitor just to see how everything was reacting. And yeah, it was really, really shocking in a great way. It just doesn't, in my head, make sense how a small sensor can do such powerful things, but it looked fantastic.
We were not so long, look how far we've come, down by the river, I remember where I belong.
One of the challenges we had was working with numerous crews all over the world, and actually at the very same time. We had one day where we had 5 shoots happening in 4 different countries. How do you roll out a global campaign or a global set of films and you have to all make them consistently look the same? We had to find a way to make sure that that was delivered across every film and production we were making. But when we were working with OnePlus and the phone, that was easily solved. Everything had the same look, everything had the same style and signature across it, because we were using the same device. So that was one of the benefits of working with them during this campaign.
We're using the OnePlus 9 Pro, which was amazing. When we first got it, and seeing it immediately was quite incredible to see how cinematic it was. So now we just had to put in all the additional support. We like our camera nice and smooth, so we got that onto our stabilised head. Next challenge was getting the director to see what the phone was doing, and also getting me to see what I'm doing, because the phone would be down here and I'm operating here. Out of the port that's on the camera, we were able to split that, give the phone power, but also take a video out of that, which would then beam across to a wireless station for the director, and then also have a station for me to see as well. The 9 Pro made it very easy to make it universal and versatile. You could get it into crazy places where you couldn't get a traditional camera to get a really nice angle. You can really start to think outside the box when the camera is so small.
It was great when we got everything back into the edit and we were able to see how the phone had worked under these conditions. Everything from the way it dealt with with natural light in the day to really low light in the evening. It felt like we were watching an image that we have done hundreds of times, filmed on cameras that we usually use. Once we had all the rushes back in the edit, we could line them all up and see all the different locations and times of day that the teams captured performances in. It really was a good moment when we were able to understand that this phone could capture the story we wanted to tell with this campaign, and we were really happy with how it went. I believe Mahogany and OnePlus share a very similar attitude to empowering artists. We believe about giving artists a platform and a place to thrive and capturing them in the best way possible. I believe that OnePlus is able to make the tools for people to do that.
No one thought initially that a mobile phone would be able to behave like a traditional cinema camera, and that's exactly what they experienced with using the OnePlus 9 Pro.
When we first started Mahogany, I used to take portraits of all of our artists on our Hasselblad, which was our first stills camera on set, which is incredible. And then when we got the call in from OnePlus that they're doing a Hasselblad partnership, it was just such a nice thing. It felt like a nice full circle for us from where we started to where we are now.